the word, unease between the North and the South. During my interview with Nino to figure out what had happened during the situation and what he remembers, Chatterbox called him directly after I asked him a question regarding Twitter posts of people making threats on his life, and overall just general questions related to threats on his life due to the recent legislation. Chatterbox calls him directly and made a bunch of claims, including, how he lives in Blaine County and that he'd do anything on behalf of Andy Jones, and also would be willing to kill on her behalf as well. Things like that. He made those threats to Nino, and then follow up with going on Twitter about how he would, basically flipping the entire conversation, saying that Nino Chavez asked him to kill Andy Jones and started spreading false information, and to pretty much ensue, like, I don't know what the word is, political, he's ensuing, he's spreading a lot of fake news to incite some sort of like disdain between the North and the South, I feel like, or at least some sort of beef, right? My concern right now is that given that Chatterbox was directly involved with assaulting the mayor, and that based on what I've seen and witnessed and have gone so far from just gathering his statement, there seems to be like a political motive behind it, and I feel like it's going to start escalating from here. Um, since multiple people are making threats on Nino's life, and at least 2 today have been attempted on him already, not counting the previous ones that he's had before that I didn't get to ask him about yet. Chatterbox also did make mention that he had issues. He had issues with some of the stuff that Nino has proposed, and that implied that some of this stuff that he is doing this, is part of his motivations regarding the legislation that Nino's been pushing out, specifically the 3 recent ones. So, it's not clear so far right now, but my concern right now is that, like, if I keep investigating this, and I keep taking note of everything and just start building a case, what should I specifically look out for, and like what are specific key things we need if like this escalates into something like terrorism or something like that? Because we kind of got soft requirements as far as like politically motivated, but not to the exact violence level to really meet terrorism, or the frequency to meet terrorism.
I think I know what you're asking. So with, I think it's not a clear cut case, right? You can't just, there isn't like a clear line where it goes from, okay, this is, assault and this is terrorism, right? It's never going to be, it's always going to be a spectrum. It's always going to be a case by case basis. And it's always going to be down to whoever's pushing the case that's going to decide whether or not they want to push the charge, right? So a lot of that comes down to the individual and the motive that comes with it. Oftentimes when you have just an individual acting on their own, when it's just like one guy doing some stuff, maybe they're just on Twitter going up and punching the mayor, you're not going to push terrorism. When that guy goes home, buys a bunch of fertilizer and some shit from the store, then you're getting worried. And then they start making nail bombs and shit like that at home. And they throw a bomb at the mayor. Then you start thinking, okay, yeah, that's terrorism, right? And they've got a bunch of like, they filmed a manifesto at home. Then you're looking at terrorism, because you've got an extreme act of violence, you've got political motivation, and you've got that kind of thing all clumped together. You've got prongs, right? You've got the extreme violence, you've got the political motivation, and then you've got the acts that are specifically against government entities. As long as you've got those prongs, I think you'll be fine to kind of start pushing terrorism. Now, that being said, there are, again, I think you're asking these questions to me, but, if I was in your similar position, I would have people I'd be asking too, because there's people much more knowledgeable than me on the matter. So I think ask more people than me.
Hmm.
It's always good to ask more than just myself. So keep asking, but I guess my advice is uh, always keep an eye on the situation. This is going to be a fluid type of thing. Um, it's going to be a day-to-day basis, especially with someone like Chatterbox. He could flip. He could be like this one day. He could be like something else the next, right? Um, so really keep an eye on it. I mean, just for an example of a terrorism case, there is one up right now, a terrorism and treason case against Pipsqueak
Hmm.
from the marshal's office. That's currently up on the docket. There are some issues with the actual evidence that's attached, but that is a case that's up on the docket that you can keep your eye on, to kind of see where that's come from and the way that's been built up with like the amount of reports. Like that's been, that was like a bunch of incidents that happened over a period of time where eventually we were like, okay, this has gone too far. Let's like combine these incidents and say, with these incidents combined, we feel that this is constituting terrorism and treason at this point. Based on their actions, we're going to push both these charges of terrorism and treason, and so it got pushed to the docket, and it was
Okay.
both Hague charges.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd say keep your eye out. Extreme violence, and again, extreme violence can be articulated in a lot of different ways. Um, whether it can be intent, it doesn't actually have to go through as well. It can, and then obviously it's got to be against government entities. That can just be against Nino. Nino himself. You can articulate he himself is a government entity as being the mayor,
Hmm.
and then
Well, especially given that, I think that's the reason why I brought up, at least wanted to bring up to like my seniors, at least just sort of put on the blip that like, hey, Nino's being attacked directly, but they're expressing that it's
mhm,
regarding some of his legislation as well, which starts bringing things like political motivations into the blanket of things,
mhm.
like um and bear with me, I'm new at this, so that's why I'm just kind of like started seeing things that started to
No, of
get
course.
gathered where it's softly meeting these territories, but it's not something to push yet. But it's something that I want to keep tabs on, to the point where I want to build the steps of, hey, it started here and we veered way off to the point where it's getting way too much, and this is how it got built up to this point.
No,
I think I want to
100%.
start that right now.
Yeah, I think you're already on the right track with photographing those tweets and stuff. As much as tweets aren't like enough evidence on their own, they're good to build a case. Um,
Okay.
you stop like putting those like they fill the gaps. They build a picture. They help like fill the background out. They show what a person's like, right?
Okay.
Um, so that kind of thing. Um, Also, it's another one of those things. If you just like every now and then, if you haven't been around for a couple of days, make sure you search up Chatterbox and the mayor. Because like the amount of shit you miss after you've been gone for 2 days is like absolutely insane. Like,
Right.
listen, I'm telling you now. You disappear for 1 or 2 days, the most crazy shit will happen, and it'll always be the days you're not here. So just always come back. You search that shit up, and you will something will have happened. Okay, I
Gotcha.
guarantee you. That's the rules. Okay, that's the rules of this city, the universe.
Gotcha. Well, I appreciate the advice on this one. I'll definitely apply it as much as I can. It's like I said, this is my first time attempting something like this, as far as investigation is concerned. So I'm
Well,
more
let's
used to
hope it
just being on the
doesn't. It
streets and
doesn't
stuff.
get there. You know what I mean? Let's hope
Yeah.
it doesn't.
I'm just
Um,
hoping this is a nothing burger, but seeing how Nino's been constantly attacked and made threats on, like Um, I'd rather not wait till the worst happens. I'd rather investigate
Yeah.
something small and let it fizz out and just be just a nothing burger rather than like, well, I noticed the signs and then all of a sudden the big thing happens. Like, well, shit. It always happens like that. Especially
Yep.
with like in other situations, like, oh, he's been on our radar, we just didn't do much with them, then the worst happens.
Yep. And listen, my best advice is no one's ever gonna complain about you documenting more than you have to. They're only gonna complain about you not documenting enough. So
Exactly.
just document as much as you can.
I learned that the hard way in a bench trial.
There you go. There you go. Yep. So
Right.
yeah, if you need anything else, just obviously give us a ring. I'm sure if this does escalate, you will probably hear from some marshals. This isn't normally my shift, but if this does escalate to like a terrorism situation, you probably will hear from some marshals, and they will probably step in and help you out. Either way, especially if this is to do with the mayor and things like that,
Yeah.
But they'll probably come in and help you out, make sure it's all handled properly.
Sounds good.
Yeah, but listen, I wish you the best. She seems like you got your head screwed on, mate. So yeah, good luck
I
with it.
appreciate, sir. I appreciate the guidance on this. It's again, new guy trying this, so I just want to make sure if I'm gonna do this, all everything's kind of laid out correctly as far as the foundation, right? I don't want to just show up to court one day and be like, well, I kind of did this, kind of did that, and just
No, of
find out that
course. No, I like a man
Yeah,
who asks questions. There's no stupid questions. It's just better to ask than just to sit in silence. So
yep. All right, sir. Well, I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna, probably make some phone calls and Master Mayor to kind of keep an eye on things and kind of keep me in the loop if these things keep happening and people are starting to act more on their threats. So,
all right,
Dark.
sounds good.
Well, I appreciate it.
No problem, mate. Anytime. What the?
Why is that here?
Why is that on the screen?
Wait, what?
That's disgusting. You don't hear that? Ugh. Damn, that pose. My number in the lemon list. I miss Peters. I wanted to talk to him about that fucking fish thing. But I missed him. I'm gonna talk to Jade Smith. Give her a call.
Hi, Jay speaking. How may I help?
Miss Smith, my name's Richard Dock. I'm with the State Marshal's office. How are you?
Oh, I remember you good old days when you were a cop. Wait, are you a cop still?
Well, I'm a state marshal, so I mean,
Oh, okay.
technically, I guess if you want to, you remember me?
Yeah, good old days back in the days.
Oh, well, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Did we meet on good terms?
Oh, you arrested me a couple times here and there, so
Oh,
yeah.
you still living that life?
Yeah, I'm a gang member.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm really proud of myself.
Wow. Can I meet you for a chat?
A chat? Oh, where you want to meet?
Where are you right now? I'll come to you.
I'm driving around.
Oh,
Basically.
okay.
Wherever you are, I'll meet you.
Okay. How about Legion Square?
Legion Square? Okay.
Okay. I'll see you soon.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Gotta pay the meter, guys. Don't forget to pay the meter. Oh, this is good lighting right here. Good lighting. Give me good music. How long did you get here? Oh, so? Oh. All right, we're just gonna straight up ask her about her husband. Oh, there she is. Yeah, she got someone with her. Is that Mike? Miss Smith?
Hello.
Hello, who have you brought with you?
Oh, this is my partner.
Oh,
Chili.
you said
Hello.
chili?
Truly.
Chi-
Chilito.
chili,
Yep.
yeah. Like the dish?
No, CHULI.
Chuli, yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Julie, nice to meet you, Julie. I'm Richard.
Richard.
I like your shoes.
Appreciate it. I like yours. Yours is actually like shining. Actually, it's like very glossy.
Thank you. I'm married. Okay.
Yeah, he's married to Matt
Well.
Rhodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
Matt Rhodes. Is it Matt Rhodes, right? Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Still married. Going strong. Well, Miss Smith, do you mind if we have a chat alone? Is that okay? Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, Miss Smith. Well, I'm actually here to talk about. Well, would you mind if I record this conversation?
Do I need a lawyer?
You don't need a lawyer. I'm not going to ask you any incriminating questions.
Oh,
And if I feel like I need to, I will read you your Miranda, right?
okay.
Here, I'm gonna show you my badge so you know that I'm an official state marshal with the San Andreas State Marshals. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I am gonna start this recording here. Okay. All right. This interview is going to be commencing 0132 on the 19th of August, 2024. It's going to be State Marshal Richard Dog with the San Andreas State Marshals. I'm going to be joined by Jade Smith. Can you just state your name for the record, please, ma'am?
Yeah, my name is Jade Smith.
Okay, Jade. Sorry for the formalities, but you know, it's just for the record. Listen, I'm here to it's a bit awkward because you know, I just met your partner, Mr. Chili, over there. I'm actually here to talk about is it your husband? Or
Oh, he's
your
boyfriend. Recently boyfriend. It's recent.
is that your husband?
No, not my husband. No.
Oh, so that's your boyfriend?
Yeah, my boyfriend. Yeah.
Um. Oh, I'm talking about Okay.
What?
Ooh,
Talking
I'm
about
well.
my ex-fiance?
I'm talking about Mike Grass.
Oh, wait. My grass? I think I remember him. It was only like a one day marriage, but we didn't even make it official. We didn't even do the certificate thingy. We didn't even consult a lawyer. Yeah, Mike Grass. Mike.
You
Yeah.
well, you were a
This-
thing,
We
right?
were a thing for a couple days, but we never actually made it official where we had to go see the lawyer to write the papers, the certificate, the wedding certificate, and all that shit. So no, we didn't make it official, like official. Like we're husband and wife for like 1.5 days, maybe 2 days or something like that. I don't remember how long. And then he broke up with me saying like, I gotta end this. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, okay. And then yeah, he ended it with me all of a sudden over a phone call saying, yeah, he doesn't want to be my husband no more.
Did you say why?
No, he didn't say why. He just was like circumstances, he said. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, I can't tell you. I'm like, all right.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's messed up. At least it wasn't
I
over
always get
text
done
message.
dirty. Yeah, at least it's not text messages like fucking other assholes out there.
Okay, so have you heard from him since after he dumped you?
Haven't seen him since. No. I heard that didn't he pass away? Because because I was getting these text messages, okay? So like I gotta find it. There was one saying I think someone said he's died. There's
He's
like a random person.
dead. What?
I can't find it.
Recording.
But yeah, there was a
Delete
random
that.
person texting
I did
out
not say that.
saying
Delete
this
that.
person's dead, blah blah blah. And then they send a little picture of that person dying. I need to look for it. But yeah, once I find it, I'll send it to you. I have so many text messages. But yeah,
Oh.
it's like
Okay.
a random number that I don't know. Send me a message saying this person's dead, blah blah blah, and they send there's like a little video to attach to it too, like the person getting shot in the face,
My
and they
God.
had like a voice thing on.
And was it Mike getting shot in the video?
Yeah.
And you haven't heard from Mike since?
Nope, I haven't heard from him ever since.
Since your marriage ended?
Yeah, ever since it ended.
Damn.
Sad, right?
Okay. Very sad. Okay. Wow. That's no. I thought you guys were like you know, I expected you to be like wearing all black and like a widow and everything, because you guys were, yeah, not what I expected. Let me just check my. Just give me a second. Okay, I just wanted to check something.
Okay.
Okay. Well, if that's so when you so you and Mike, do you know Mike well?
No, not really. I only
No.
hung out with him with one day, and we phoned each other a couple times here and there. But I only see him hung out with Percival, I think his name was, the guy with green hair, green and yellow hair.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other guy he hung out with was Casanova.
The doctor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ben Casanova, who used to be a cop too before. Back in
Yeah.
the day. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, how did you meet Mike? Was it just random chance?
Yeah, it was just random chance. Like Casanova asked me, phone. I can't remember what I texted on Twitter, but then he said, "Hey, you want to be my wife?" Ben Casanova asked me, and I was like, no. And then the other guy asked me, and I was like, okay. Well, I said yes for the heck of it, for shits and giggles, just because he wanted me to ask him to be his wife. I was like, all right. And then he was like, well, I got to think about it, blah, blah, blah. I told him to. And then he said, well, do you want to meet up? And I was like, sure. And he's like, okay, come meet me at the fishing docks. And so we hung out there with Ben Casanova and Percival, and we were fishing for a while. And nothing much really happened there. We were just talking about each other, what we do, and all this kind of stuff we do on our free time, and asking questions about myself. And then he said he wanted me to still be his wife. Yeah, so.
Okay.
Maybe only hung out with him for an hour and a half, and then we made it official after that to be husband and wife.
Interesting. Okay. All right. I don't think I have any more questions, Jade. Well, if
Okay.
if for some reason you hear from Mike, please let me know.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have your number? I'll send you that screenshot of my.
Yeah, there's my card.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'll end the recording. There's interview's going to be suspended at 0139. Okay. Thank you very much, Jade. I really appreciate you meeting with me. Does he know that you're married?
We weren't married. No, I haven't told him yet.
I'm going to tell him.
Tell him now. Tell him.
I'm going to tell him. I think it's only right. I don't think you can keep this from him. You can't keep Chili in the dark.
We weren't even married though. We didn't even make it official. It was like a funny, haha, kind of marriage kind of thing.
You can't keep Chili in the dark. He's such a nice guy.
He's a nice guy. Hey, he wants to talk to you.
Chili. Listen, you know what? I won't get involved.
Yeah, you won't get involved? Okay.
But you guys have some talking to do. She has a secret that she has been hiding from you for a very long time.
Secret.
Yeah. So I do have a secret.
Oh, so you got a secret. Is it good or bad?
Very bad.
Really? Okay.
You're welcome, Chili.
Appreciate it. No, I can't believe this. You know what?
What? Can't believe what? I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you somehow.
If that came out 3 months down the line, those guys would have ended. Come on, Percival, pal. Fuck me, I'm so tired. Why is this copied? Hey, our Rancho officer stabbed on the radio. The fucking local radio. True purpose to investigate relationships. Yep, you know it. Comment MTC, but yeah. Mike is a goober. It literally, Mike is like going on like one date with a woman and then like leaving her, or like marrying her and then leaving her. That's Mike apparently in a nutshell. Nothing going on down this little garage down here. Well, I doubt it because there's nothing in there anymore. Oh, I'm so fucking tired. I need to wake up. I need someone to ride with, but I can't just ride with a fucking PD member. Jake Marshall Dog, how can I help you?
Hello, this is Suki Cruz DOC. I was wondering if I could get some like supplies for DOC because we're kind of running low on everything.
Yeah, sure. What do you need?
I need like items like batons, flashlights, binoculars, darts, and then more IFAKs as well.
Okay, just send me a text message with everything you need, and I'll bring it up in SUV.
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem. I'll be up shortly. All right.
Okay, awesome. See you soon.
Bye bye.
Bye.
What the hell? What shift is this? What shift is this? I feel like I feel like Robin Williams waking up out of Jumanji. What year is it? I heard a gunshot. I really want to check that out. Ain't no way we got it first time. Interesting. Interesting. I'm sorry about the noise, guys. Not much I can do about it. Uh-oh. The one on the radio. They might have seen it. They can't hear it. Yeah, they can't hear it. It should be fine. Plus, hold on. I want to check the investigative warrant that Daisy has. Miss texting me too. Oh, this was just to look for them. Okay. I thought it was an investigative warrant. Okay. Oh. Text message? Yeah. Joining without a warrant? That's not an issue. Joining without a warrant is not an issue. What would be an issue is droning over private property. That would be an issue. Like if you're flying onto someone's private property, that's a problem. But I was staying on the street level. Like I was staying over the streets on purpose. Keith, come back. I dropped soap. I need help. All right, let's go do this for that. Need 10 batons, 10 flashlights, 10 binoculars, 150 darts, 25 hours. Sleep chasers. All right, let's load this bad boy up. Let me put the drone away. Have they lost a lot or does it fall apart? I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. Hey, who's that?
Sean, how you doing?
Hey, Sean. What's going on, buddy?
Not much. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah.
You okay? What you doing here?
No, I was just curious. I hear you're a fellow drone enthusiast, so I was just wondering what you were looking for.
What today?
Yeah.
Like earlier today?
Like a minute or two ago?
Like around here?
Yeah.
There was some folks over by the sewers. I was looking over that way.
Oh, you were? Oh, you were on a drone then?
Yeah, I was in the drone.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Just a hobby of yours, or anything I can help you with, or what were you doing? Because we had issues with you guys flying drones over for no fucking reason before, so
I mean,
just curious.
we fly drones all the time. Got a part of the job, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't over your property or anything, so there's no
You said you
issue.
were over towards the sewers, right? That's pretty close.
Yeah, but I was
Pretty
over
close.
public property.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm just curious.
Yeah, I was over the streets and shit.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you got a bird's eye view. One of those things, you know, you can pretty much see anything.
I mean, I suppose you're right, but no, there was some folks over by the sewers that were acting suspicious. I was having a look.
Wait, what's suspicious about going to the sewers?
Listen, I'm doing my job, okay? You don't gotta worry about that. You do your thing,
mean,
I do mine thing.
I beg to differ. I beg to differ.
What do you mean?
I mean, PD, law, like, marshals, law enforcement, all the same. So far, you guys have kind of improved on that, so.
Right, okay. Well, what's to worry about, Sean? I mean, listen, we're gonna be flying drones out of here all day, every day, probably. So, like, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah,
like,
they don't need to be over my home. That's it.
They weren't over your home.
I have good info that they were.
I can assure you that they were not over your block at all.
You're saying I need to get like my club's eyes checked? Is that what we're?
No, I'm just telling you, they weren't over your block. What do you want me to do?
Not fly them anywhere near my home. In reality, that's kind of what I want.
Listen, this is the Marshall building. This is City Hall. Your home is 100 yards across the street. That's like, you're asking something that's impossible. So,
Do you guys just investigate stuff that's on your front doorstep, or do you go anywhere else? Or
yes,
this is
we
like
do.
third or fourth time I've heard about the drone being over
yeah, and there was something earlier today when there was a fucking ammunition crate in this thing right here, this multi-story car park. The mayor was injured in this parking lot right next door. So yeah, shit happens here. That isn't all about you.
Never said it was.
So yeah, we do investigate shit on our doorstep. That isn't about you.
You're a little bit flustered. You're all right there?
I'm perfectly fine.
You sure?
I'm perfectly fine. But I'm explaining to you that we are going to be using drones here, and you got to get used to it.
I got to get used to it. It's like you got to get used to our presence being here, right? Like I can just walk wherever I want.
Listen, have I told you to leave? Nope.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just pointing out something. I wasn't saying that, in contrary to what you said.
I haven't had any problems with you guys across the street. None of us have.
I mean, I beg to differ a little bit. I
Like
heard
what?
about some of your negotiation techniques with Maggie. I wasn't too impressed by that.
Negotiation techniques?
Or not negotiation, sorry, interrogation techniques. My bad. Interrogation.
What interrogation techniques?
Yeah, a few weeks ago, playing into her emotion, getting her upset, and then asking questions. Remember that?
What?
Or just slip your mind.
When I was asking Maggie questions about... Okay, I'm not going to go into details with you, but...
I mean, I know all the details anyway, so.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. What's that going to do with anything? To do with you and the club?
No, you're just like, you saying that we've had no problems, and I was just pointing out that that's one particular problem that I didn't particularly like.
But yeah.
You know, like, how would you feel, right, if somebody in an interrogation took advantage of somebody's emotional mindset? They've been drinking a lot, they're quite upset, and then they get taken advantage of to get information out of them.
I didn't take advantage of her, Sean. That's not what I did.
You drag someone into duress into an interrogation.
I didn't drag her in. I asked her in, and she came voluntarily. She wasn't detained. She came down to the master's office on her own. I told her what it was about as well.
Well, thank God she wasn't on her own. If she was on her own, that would... It didn't sound like you were trying to help her anyway.
Listen, she came down on her own accord. I asked her to come down to answer some questions. She said, yeah, that's fine. Now, what do you want from me? I'm doing my job. I needed her to answer some questions. She came with a lawyer. What more do I need to do?
I didn't say. I'm just pointing out something I didn't like. That's all. You said that there was no issues between us so far, and I just pointing out that there was.
Well, is that between us or is that between me and Maggie?
Between the marshals and my club. That's what you did it under, right? You didn't do it just under yourself. Were you operating by yourself outside of the parameters of the marshals? Is that what you're saying?
No, I was doing that as my job.
Then yeah, then it's not just a you and Maggie thing.
Right. Okay. So other than that, there's been any other issues?
Yeah, there's been a few, but you know, it's probably not the place to talk about it. Not that anything will, anything will happen. You know, I haven't heard much about me getting shot at the fair. You know, I've asked for FOIA like 6 times.
6 times? I heard about you asking once.
No, I mean, members of my club have asked like 3 or 4 times, and I've even asked as well, and nobody seems to give a shit. So
I inquired about the FOIA request, and the FOIA request that Finley made was made a day after the event when someone had a warrant involved in the situation. And when there's a warrant involved in the situation, it cannot be FOIA'd. When someone has a warrant, during the incident, it can't be FOIA'd.
I mean, that warrant's probably gone now, though, right?
Yeah, it is. So if you've had other people request that FOIA, then since then it shouldn't have been denied. If it's been denied, then you should let me know. Like, if you've made official requests and not just asked, like, if there's been official request, it's been denied, then that's a problem.
Mm-hmm. Oh well, have to wait and see, I suppose. All right. Well, you know, you guys you'll fly your drones. You just won't fly them over my home.
We won't fly them over anybody's home unless we have a warrant to do so. Because it's illegal.
So it's illegal to fly them directly over someone's home, but if you're on the main street looking in, is that different?
Listen, we shouldn't be looking into anybody's private property.
So you're telling me 100% no bullshit. You did not look into any of our properties or our general area. You just looked at the sewers. That's what you're telling me. Because somebody was suspicious. That sounds like some petty crime that like PD would handle. Like I read the legislation on you guys. Like you don't really go for the petty stuff, right? You guys look for the bigger things.
These drones have been having issues, so they've been having issues for a long time too. So it's another one of these things that I've been wanting to test out too. I've been wanting to test them out all day because they've been having problems all day as well. Like I said earlier, when we've had people doing shit on top of this thing earlier, I try to use them like 10 times and they don't fucking work because we get given dodgy equipment. So you know, it's not great. I mean, who's this up here as well? Like watching over the wall. What's this about? You got people like watching around, like waiting to pounce or something?
No. If something was gonna happen, Dark, it would have already happened.
Right. Well, who's watching your back? What for?
Just watching my back. You know, I can bring him over if you want. Do you feel more comfortable if they're all standing around you? I can organize that.
It's not necessary.
No?
No, it's not necessary.
So I assume like the same kind of uneasiness would remain if they're behind that wall or if they're standing next to you, right?
No, well, I mean, you know, listen, I'd prefer if you weren't trespassing on private property, you know. I would prefer that, but, you know, because you are felony trespassing at the moment. You do realize that.
Yeah.
Wait, so, I am going to have to give you a trespassing warning after you leave.
A trespassing warning after I leave. So we're both giving warnings now. So you got your warning about the drone, and now I'm getting a warning about standing in here.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't actually technically need to give you a warning. I could, well, but I am going to give you the warning.
What could you do?
No, we don't need to go into that because I'm not going to do it. But
that would be a really bad idea, I think.
So I'll just give you the warning, just like I've given a lot of people that have come through here with, you know, accidentally and stuff like that.
But like I came in here purposely. I don't like, you know, you warned the people like stumble in negligently, right? And I'm
Sure.
here with a purpose, right? So
yeah. Well, I'm just making you aware that if you come in here, you know, again, Sean, it'll be felony trespassing. Laws are law, not my rules.
Laws a lot. That's right. Okay. Well, enjoy the rest of your day, Dark. I'm sure it'll get busy.
Thanks, Mike. You too. Ay. I think I'm gonna have to grab the equipment for the DLC from Mission Row. Uh-oh. I really wanted to hit them with a train then, I'll be honest. I tried to time it perfectly, it just didn't go well. Well, things certainly got interesting quick. I don't really feel comfortable doing this now. Because if they're waiting for me... Thoughts.